welcome back. This is the fifth module of the GST 2020 series where we'll revise the entire GST portion CA Inter for the November 2020 exam. In this fifth module, we will review what we have covered in the first four modules. We will have MCQs of the topics which we have covered in the four modules of this 2020 series. After the question, you will also see reference so that if you have to go through the concept again, you can go to that particular minutes in that particular video and review it. So here are the MCQs. Hello friends, now let's quickly look at some of the MCQs. So the first question on your screen. On which product is both GST and excise duty levied in India? Option A, petroleum products. Option B, tobacco products. Option C, alcoholic liquor for human consumption. And option D, no goods have both the tax. Well, I'm sure many would have guessed it right. आज भी टबैको प्रोडक्ट्स पे दोनों GST एज वेल एज एक्साइज ड्यूटी लेवी की जाती है. ये एक एक्सेप्शन है. अगर इसके बारे में ज़्यादा जानना है तो आप हमारे मॉड्यूल नंबर 1 उसमें हमारा टाइम या नोट करके बताया गया 8 मिनट्स एंड 15 सेकेंड्स. हमने वहाँ पे उसके बारे में विस्तृत से जानकारी दी गई है. मूविंग अहेड, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑन योर कंप्यूटर स्क्रीन. विच मिनिस्टर ऑफ द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट कैन रिप्रेजेंट द स्टेट इन GST काउंसिल? Option A, any minister. Option B, finance minister. Option C, chief minister. Option D, either the finance minister or the chief minister. ये बहुत आसान सा सवाल है एंड आई एम श्योर काफी लोगों ने इसको सही गेस किया होगा. आंसर है ऑप्शन ए, एनी मिनिस्टर. Third question on your screen. Question number 3. To introduce GST, what was the Constitutional Amendment Act that was passed in Parliament? Option A, 51st Amendment Act. Option B, 21st Amendment Act. Option C, the 131st Amendment Act. और Option D, 101st Amendment Act. ये भी काफी आसान सवाल है and I am sure many would have guessed it right. It is the 101st Amendment Act. ये एक्ट से GST को इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया था पार्लियामेंट में. Next question on your computer screen. The decisions of GST Council are Option A, binding on both central government and state governments. Option B, binding only on central government. Option C, recommendatory in nature. Option D, binding only on state government. ये बहुत ट्रिकी सवाल है. अगर आप GST के बेसिक से बहुत स्ट्रांग हैं तो आपको इसका आंसर मालूम रहेगा. आंसर इज सी. GST काउंसिल के सारे डिसीजंस ओनली रिकमेंडरी इन नेचर है. एज पर द लॉ, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट एंड स्टेट गवर्नमेंट दे हैव द ऑप्शन टू फॉलो इट और नॉट फॉलो इट. Moving ahead, the next question on your computer screen. Which of the products are not included in the scope of GST? Option A, petroleum products. Option B, tobacco products. Option C, alcoholic liquor for human consumption. And option D, both petroleum products and alcoholic liquor for human consumption. ये भी काफी आसान सवाल है and I am sure many would have got it right. It is option D. पेट्रोलियम प्रोडक्ट्स और अल्कोहलिक लिकर फॉर ह्यूमन कंजम्पशन ये दोनों GST के स्कोप से बाहर है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑन योर कंप्यूटर स्क्रीन. नंबर 6. ऑन विच डेट वाज GST इंट्रोड्यूस्ड इन इंडिया? ऑप्शन ए, 1st April 2017. ऑप्शन बी, 1st July 2017. ऑप्शन सी, 1st Jan 2017. और ऑप्शन डी, 1st October 2017. ये भी काफी आसान सवाल है एंड आई एम श्योर मेनी वुड हैव गॉट इट राइट. It is option B, 1st July 2017. Moving ahead, the next question on your computer screen. Central government has what percentage of voting rights in GST Council meeting? Option A, 33.3%. Option B, none. C, all 100%. or option D, 51%. And the correct answer है 1/3 of voting rights central government की रहती है GST Council meeting में. Moving ahead, the next question on your computer screen. Use of money is option A, supply of goods. Option B, supply of services. Option C, neither supply of goods or services. or option D, the status is not clear in GST. ये थोड़ा tricky question है and I am sure not many would have got it right. It is option B, supply of services. अगर इसके बारे में आपको ज़्यादा जानना है तो आप हमारे मॉड्यूल नंबर 2 में जाइए, वहां पे हमने यहाँ पर टाइम नोट करके दिया है 5 मिनट्स एंड 25 सेकेंड्स, वहां जाइए, इसके बारे में विस्तृत से जानकारी दी गई है। मूविंग अहेड, द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑन योर कंप्यूटर स्क्रीन, Alia Bhatt paid $100 to learn dance online. The portal does not have any place of business in India. Is this supply under GST? Options are A, no, activity is not for furtherance of business. Option B, no, seller is not registered in India. Option C, yes, as it is import of services even if it is not for furtherance of business. And option D, yes, consideration is paid. ये एक थोड़ा ट्रिकी सवाल है। अगर आपने सप्लाई के डेफिनेशन को ध्यान से पढ़ा है तो सप्लाई के लिए दो कंडीशंस अनिवार्य है। नंबर वन, देयर शुड बी अ कंसिडरेशन, एंड नंबर टू, इट शुड बी फॉर फर्दरेंस ऑफ बिजनेस। हाउएवर वहां पे एक एक्सेप्शन दी गई है और वो एक्सेप्शन है इंपोर्ट ऑफ सर्विसेज। even if it is without business purpose, it will be considered as supply. So in this case, Alia Bhatt is learning online, though it is even for personal purpose, still it is a supply under GST. Moving ahead, next question on your computer screen. Ranbir Kapoor exchanges his car on 36 monthly EMIs. However, the vehicle will be transferred to Ranbir's name only after full payment of EMIs. Is it supply under GST? Option A, no, as old car is given in exchange of new car. Option B, yes, for full amount of new car at the time of delivery of new car. And option C, yes, to the extent of difference amount at the time of transfer of ownership. Or D, yes, for the full amount of new car at the time of transfer of ownership. ये भी थोड़ा ट्रिकी सवाल है। अगर आप शेड्यूल 2 ऑफ द CGST एक्ट ध्यान से पढ़े हैं तो वहां पर क्लियरली लिखा है कि एनी ट्रांसफर ऑफ ओनरशिप एट अ लेटर डेट विथ सप्लाई ऑफ गुड्स will be treated as a taxable supply of such goods. So correct answer is option B, for the full amount of the new car at the delivery of the new car. Moving ahead, the next question on your computer screen. Tata Homes sold 2 flats before the completion certificate was issued and 1 flat after completion certificate was received. Is this sales of flats taxable in GST? Option A, no, as it is residential flats. Option B, all 3 flats are taxable. Option C, 2 flats sold before completion certificate. And option D, 1 sold after completion certificate. ये बहुत ट्रिकी सवाल है। अगर आप शेड्यूल 2 ऑफ द CGST एक्ट जो कि बताता है कि कौन से ट्रांजैक्शंस हैं जो कि सप्लाई मानी जाएगी, उसमें क्लियरली मेंशन है कि कंस्ट्रक्शन एक्टिविटी इज सप्लाई ऑफ सर्विसेज, बट उसमें एक एक्सेप्शन है, एनीथिंग सोल्ड आफ्टर द कंप्लीशन सर्टिफिकेट. So applying that, only those 2 flats which are sold before the completion certificate is issued will be taxable under GST. Moving ahead, the next question on your computer screen. Anupam Kher is given VRS by his employer, a nationalized bank. Bank pays him ex-gratia of 3 lakhs. Is this taxable in GST? Option A, no, it is part of services rendered by employer to employee. Option B, yes, as it is paid over and above the salary. Option C, it is at the discretion of the bank. And option D, none of the above. Schedule 3 of the CGST Act में very clearly mention किया हुआ है, anything paid to from an employer to employee in relation to his employment is not to be considered as supply of goods or supply of services, and hence answer is A, it is not taxable under GST. Moving ahead, the next question on your computer screen. SGST Act is applicable for option A, all states except Jammu and Kashmir. Option B, all states except Jammu and Kashmir and northeastern states. Option C, all states and union territory having legislative assembly. And option D, all states only. ये बहुत आसान सवाल है लेकिन कईयों को ट्रिकी लगेगा. SGST Act is applicable to all states in India as well as those union territories which have their own legislative assembly. For example, पांडिचेरी तो एक यूनियन टेरिटरी है, लेकिन क्योंकि उसका अलग से एक लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली है, वहां पे SGST एक्ट लगेगा, ना कि UTGST. Moving ahead, the next question on your computer screen. Jolly LLP provides services to various clients. Which of these have to charge GST on reverse charge basis? Option A, legal opinion to Reliance Industries Limited. Option B, representative service to Amitabh Bachchan. Number C, assisting advocate Kapil Sibal in a case. And option D, all the above. As per section 9(3), reverse charge is applicable on some of the services. उसमें legal services भी आती है, लेकिन only those legal services which is given to a business entity, only for those reverse charge is applicable. So यहाँ पे legal opinion given to Reliance Industries के ऊपर Reliance Industries को जॉली LLP का ट्रांजैक्शन पे रिवर्स चार्ज पे करना पड़ेगा. Moving ahead, number 15 on your computer screen. Haldiram Sweets sells Diwali Gift Hamper comprising sweets, chocolates and Namkeen. What type of supply is it? Option A, mixed supply. Option B, composite supply. Option C, each item to be taxed separately. And option D, none of the above. ये क्वेश्चन मिक्सड सप्लाई कॉम्पोजिट सप्लाई के ऊपर है, सेक्शन 8. अगर आप क्लियर है प्रोविजन से तो यू नो दैट दिस इज ऑप्शन ए मिक्सड सप्लाई. यहाँ पे एक भी प्रोडक्ट प्रीडोमिनेंट नहीं है, ऑल आर इक्वली फ्रॉम द आइज ऑफ कस्टमर. दिस दे आर बाइंग ए गिफ्ट हैम्पर, सो ऑल द प्रोडक्ट्स हैव इक्वल वेटेज. इसके लिए दिस इज मिक्सड सप्लाई. गोइंग अहेड, द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑन योर कंप्यूटर स्क्रीन. Naturally bundled in context to composite supply means option A, by nature they have to be together. Option B, perception of the consumer. Option C, general trade practice in locality. And option D, all the above. Again ये भी थोड़ा difficult सवाल है. To qualify for a composite supply, ये टेस्ट है कि whether the product or services are naturally bundled or not. और ये जो कंडीशन जो हमने बोली है, ये तीन में से कोई अगर एक भी कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई हो जाए तो वो पर्टिकुलर गुड्स, प्रोडक्ट्स और सर्विसेज को हम कॉम्पोजिट सप्लाई मानते हैं. मूविंग हेड, द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑन योर कंप्यूटर स्क्रीन. एग्जेम्प्ट गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज आर ऑप्शन ए नॉट टैक्सेबल, ऑप्शन बी नील रेटेड और जीरो रेट टैक्स, ऑप्शन सी wholly exempt from tax, and option D, all the above. If you are clear with the provision, then you know that exempt goods or services includes all of these three. The next question on your computer screen. The turnover limit to avail benefit under section 10 for services other than restaurant services is option A, rupees 1.5 crore, option B, rupees 50 lakhs, option C, rupees 75 lakhs, and option D, rupees 60 lakhs. ये न्यू प्रोविजन है जो 1 अप्रैल 2019 से लागू की गई थी, एंड ये सर्विसेज जो कि अदर देन रेस्टोरेंट सर्विसेज के लिए नया प्रोविजन लाया गया था, एंड उसमें क्लियरली मेंशन्ड है कि अगर कोई सर्विसेज इंडस्ट्री है अदर देन रेस्टोरेंट एंड दैट टर्नओवर इज बिलो रुपीज 50 lakhs, देन दे हैव द ऑप्शन ऑफ going with composition scheme. The next question on your computer screen. Which of the following can avail benefit of paying tax under composition scheme? Option A, person making interstate supply. Option B, casual taxable person. Option C, e-commerce operator. And option D, none of the above. Composition scheme में ये तीनों लोगों को ये स्कीम अवेल करने का अनुमति नहीं दी गई है. So answer is option D, none of the above. Finally, the last question of this module. Babu Rao converts from composition scheme to regular scheme on 1st September 2020. He can claim ITC on option A, stock in trade as of 1st September 2020. Option B, capital goods as of 1st September 2020. Option C, both A and B. D, neither A nor B. ये थोड़ा ट्रिकी सवाल है, एंड आंसर इज ऑप्शन सी, बोथ. जब कोई पर्सन कॉम्पोजिशन स्कीम से रेगुलर स्कीम में कन्वर्ट होता है तो उन्हें दोनों स्टॉक इन ट्रेड एज वेल एज कैपिटल गुड्स दोनों के ऊपर का आईटीसी वो क्लेम कर सकते हैं. आई होप you had liked the MCQs. Again, MCQs we can have as many as possible, but due to shortage of time, we have only pulled out certain MCQs. For full revision of MCQs, you can refer to the institute or other websites. Next, we'll cover the most important topic, which are the latest amendments. These amendments have been effective for the November 2020 exams, and we request the students to pay full attention to the amendments that we'll be discussing now. The first amendment that we'll cover is via notification number 25/2020 2019, which talks about alcoholic liquor license. Well, as per this notification, any license given for alcoholic liquor for human consumption, it is fully exempt from GST. It is neither supply of goods nor supply of services. And this license should be for a consideration, and this license fees can be a license fees or application fees or by whatever name called. All this will be exempt from GST. However, as per circular number 121/40/2019, it has been clarified that this notification number 25/2019, which gives exemption to alcoholic liquors license, is applicable only when the license is issued by a state government. Next, we will cover circular number 116/35/2019, where they have given some clarification about donations received by philanthropical institutions and adding a name of the donors either in the list or as in a placard outside a room. All this is not considered as an act done in view of a consideration, though main three conditions should be satisfied. Number one, there has to be a donation made. Two, it has to be for a charitable organization. And number three, it should be for a philanthropical purpose. And the mentioning of the name either on the board or on the list in the premises of the charitable organization is not considered as activity of giving publicity or advertisement to the donor. Next, we'll cover a very simple set of notifications. Notification number 18/2019 and 43/2019. As you are aware, composition scheme is not applicable to those dealers who deal with composition scheme is not applicable to those dealers who deal in ice creams, pan masala or tobacco products. Now the government has added a fourth item to the list, which is manufacturer or supplier of aerated water. This aerated water is covered under HSN code 22021010. Aeration is a process. The normal products that we see out of aeration are aerated drinks, soda water and sprinkling water. Moving ahead, we'll cover one very important notification. Notification number 22/2019. They have introduced 4 new places where reverse charge needs to be done. So we'll cover all these 4 one by one. So the first one relates to reverse charge on any music composer, photographer, artist or any person with similar nature. All these people, if they are doing any original work and either they're transferring the entire work to some other person or giving them a right under the Copyrights Act for allowing them to use their original work, then the recipient, which can be a music company or a TV production company or something similar, has to pay GST on reverse charge basis. Next is the services of an author for original literary works. If an author of an original literary works, they transfer or permit the use of their work to any publishing house located within the taxable territory of India, then such publisher has to pay GST on reverse charge basis. However, there is an exception. If such author obtains a GST registration and files a declaration with their commissioner saying that they will charge the GST and pay it to the government, then the publisher need not pay GST on reverse charge basis. The third item added to the reverse charge list is about renting of motor vehicle to body corporates. Normally in India, we see this practice that large body corporates, they usually hire vehicles for their staff or for their guests. If the supplier of such motor vehicles which is taken on hire or rent is not a body corporate, the recipient has to pay GST on reverse charge basis. However, if the supplier is also a body corporate, then the supplier has to pay GST at 5% forward charge. The last item is lending of securities under SEBI Act. If a person is lending his own securities or securities of another person duly authorized by him using an intermediary channel authorized by SEBI to a borrower who is authorized under SEBI, then on such securities, the borrower needs to pay GST on reverse charge basis. So friends, we have covered this fifth module. We have taken the flowcharts, the latest amendments and the MCQs related to the first four modules of our GST 2020 series. We believe that a constant and a regular revision is the process of the success of an individual in exams. So I hope you are taking the benefit of this GST 2020 series, and we'll come back again for our sixth module shortly. Till then, thank you. Bye bye.